Hi besties, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about how emotions affect your manifestation. So if that's something you're interested in, then oh boy, we got a lot to talk about, okay? So today we're going to be talking about emotions, all right? So emotions are really, for me, in my perspective, are just energy in motion. And honestly, they don't have to be good or bad, okay? Like, I feel like I'm at this point where emotions are just really strong emotions. It depends on how intense it is. I feel like the quote-unquote bad emotions are very intense and they pull you very present in the moment. I mean, like, that's the same with happiness, but like, I feel like with negative emotions, quote-unquote, because right now, I don't label them as negative emotions because I feel like they are not even negative, because every emotion is teaching you something. You know, whether you're aware of it or not, every emotion is actually helping you become the next version of you, and it's also helping you release shit, okay? And triggers are just helping you level up, you know, like in a video game. It's like that magic little I don't know, secret passage in a video game where you're like, okay, this is the way to take the shortcut, and the shortcut is the trigger, because the trigger actually pulls you forward, because you feel like the trigger is holding you back, but actually when you release it, you're launching forward, because the trigger actually is the thing that you need to address and let go. And I feel like when you're manifesting, especially when you're dealing with triggers, all right, it is gonna be sometimes a little difficult, and I've been at that state where I couldn't see anything else, like I can't perceive anything else except for my reality. So that's why you just gotta keep on pushing and persisting with that new assumption you made. So for example, at that time, I had no fucking idea of how to like love myself or like have any self-worth or have any like self-respect for myself. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, what the fuck? I think I love myself and I think I respect myself, but do I really? Because it's like, you may think you love and respect yourself consciously, but subconsciously, baby, you ain't loving yourself, okay? Someone who loves themselves will not accept anything less than what they deserve. And, you know, it also shows up in many things. Like, someone who loves themselves will stick to their promises. Someone who loves themselves will take care of their body, their health, and stuff, okay? That's someone who loves themselves. And if you don't, okay, you might have some other areas that, like, probably causes you to have a hard time dealing with it, but in general, most of the time, if you are loving yourself, you almost have almost everything in check. Like, you're not gonna be like, you're not gonna be sloppy, you're not gonna be devaluing yourself, okay? Like let's say like 70% you'll be on your self-love, but like 10% you'll be like, okay, I might have some areas I need to work on, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so it's not always perfect, but you can tell when someone loves themselves, okay? They don't unconsciously sabotage themselves. And I'll probably make a video for that, because boy, I've noticed how I unconsciously sabotage myself. But okay, we've went on a whole tangent, but your triggers are actually helping you to level up. And I feel like at this point, if I find a trigger, I'm like, yes, it's time to go further, because now I know what the fuck has been bothering me, okay? Okay, I'm like yes and no at the same time, because I'll be like, yes, okay, I have a trigger, and then I'll be like, well, how the fuck did I manifest this? I'm like, how the fuck did I manifest this shit? Like, what? Wait. Sometimes it's not even that. Sometimes it's not that you manifest it. Okay, like, you manifest everything, but it's not really because it's a reflection of you, but it could be like a test. Okay, so I feel like a test is more of an empowerment statement, because like, if you just say it's like there's no test and no nothing, it just feels a bit, I don't know. I like it when I hear the word test, like, you know, when someone pisses me off and I think of it as like, okay, it's a test from the universe, okay, basically my subconscious mind or myself. I'm like, okay, so it's a test from myself to go to the next level. Some people say like it's not a test, like no one's testing you, and I get what they mean, but for me, I'm like, I don't know, testing sounds like, you know, okay, you want to test me, bitch, I'll show you, I won't react. You know what I'm saying? So I like the word test, but you know, there's no test, there's no nothing. Truly, it's gonna like, how you respond is just gonna like either keep you stuck in the same way or, you know, move you up. Okay, so quote unquote, that kind of is a test, but some people don't want to call it a test. Okay, anyways, back to the point. Okay, so again, sorry, you know how I do, I just speak off my mind. I feel like your negative emotions are not bad, and they are not even good. Like, they're neutral. Like, whatever you give a meaning to is how you see it. So if, for example, let's say, okay, something that really triggers me off is like my mom. Okay, yeah, it triggers me off. Okay, I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. Okay, I'm human too. I'm just sharing you my experience online to help you guys. But like, something that triggers me the fuck off is my mom. And like, we have like differences, and it's just it's just really bad. So whenever I get triggered by her, and I feel like this is an opportunity to use that emotion, because I'll get like fucking mad and intense, and I feel like I can use that emotion to alchemize it into something better. So it's like, sometimes when my mom pisses me off, it's kind of a blessing. Okay, it's like a blessing, because now you have this really intense energy of focus and motivation. Because for me, I'll get fucking mad because I feel disrespected, but like, I'll have this drive, you know, this intense emotion. I don't know if you guys feel that way. Like, there's this moment where you're like, okay, oh my god, I'm never gonna be like this ever again. Then your whole world changes, like that click. I get that all the time when my mom triggers me. So I'm like, okay, this is a blessing, because with that emotion, you can channel it into manifesting. Okay, and you don't have to wait until you're like pissed off or something to you know, get that drive. Okay, you can always conjure it by visualizing and doing whatever method that works for you. But for me, I see the situation is, okay, every time my mom pisses me off, I will not fucking react. First of all, you do not want to react to anything negative, okay? Because then you are telling your subconscious mind, okay, that you want more of that, and this is what you deserve. And because you react to something, it shows that, you know, this is something that's true to you, because you wouldn't be reacting if it's not true to you. Okay, so it doesn't matter. No one's gonna harm you. No one, unless they are abusive. Like I say, if they are abusive, do not even try this. Like, get out. Okay, but if they're just verbally abusive, mentally manipulating you, do not react. Okay, first of all, people like these, okay, or negative situations, they love to suck your energy dry. They call it pendulums in reality transurfing. So they try to pull you back into your old version, into your old reality. And there's no point standing your ground, or like standing in your truth, or like you know, being there for yourself, when the person who you're talking to doesn't even understand, because they can't meet themselves at that level. So even if you try to like stand up for yourself, and you try to like you know, hold your ground and say, okay, these are my boundaries, and they keep disrespecting you, then, you know, there's no point continuing that, because they don't see your worth, they don't see your value, because they don't even value themselves, or they don't even see their own worth. So how can they see it in yours? So it's your job, okay? Because sometimes I feel like I stand up to my mom, and it's like, okay, I need to validate. I need her to understand that this is not fair, okay? That is very disrespectful, and I want to feel validated by her that it's not fair the way this person is acting. So what I realize is that, you know, we should be our own source of validation, okay? You don't have to react and stand your boundaries if someone isn't getting it. Like, it keeps repeating and repeating, because some of y'all be in toxic households, right? And you can't leave, and it happens all the fucking time. So what you do is, you don't have to stand up for your worth, you don't have to put up your boundaries, you just gotta keep quiet. Give them no energy, so they have nothing to feed off. And at the same time, with your energy kept, you know, you are protected. Like, no one's gonna harm you. The universe is on your side, okay? No matter what's happening, no matter what decision you do, make sure you're standing for your truth, and make sure you're standing for yourself, okay? I don't know why, I feel like this video is gonna turn into like how to deal with toxic families, but like, if it does, you know what, that will be the new title, and I'll make another video about emotions. But, you know, stand up on your truth, okay? Stand up on your truth, stand your ground, and be there for you. But you don't have to prove yourself to someone who can't even see themselves, okay? That don't see their own value, that don't see their own worth. How can they see it in you? So you reacting the same thing, like Dylan James says, doing the same thing, reacting is not going to have a different outcome. You've got to change the outcome, right? You've got to change the outcome to have something new, because the old way isn't working anymore, right? And I've tried assuming the best. I have tried scripting, assuming, and I know I should be persisting, which I am, but like at the same time, there's no point. There's no point